It don't take much to excite me, y'all. But they'll be gone by the time you leave that comment. Cucumber right there. This is one of the things that I can do and get away with. I'm not doing it because I don't want to. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And I was out here giving this a try. It is from Homestead and we're gonna talk about them a little bit later in the video. This video is sponsored by Homestead. I came outside and I just wanted to try this because I have so many weeds and weeds that I don't want to pick by hand. And y'all have been telling me that I can make weed tea, which I knew about, but I did not want to pick these weeds by hand. Anywho, I was out here just like trying it out, testing it out. And I was like, oh, I gotta go get the camera. This is actually amazing. Today, what are we doing? We have had rain. I need to assess the garden. I do believe the tomatoes in the greenhouse in the front, I think it's overwatering, but I also think some of it is blight. And so I think the Sweet 100s, well, 3 of the plants, because I have 4, is going to go. And I'm gonna put my sun peaches in. I know some people said their Sweet 100s are sweet. Mine have not been. So I'm just gonna go ahead, put my sun peaches in and have 1 Sweet 100 and we will deal with that or maybe try again next year. I do feel like I grew some trusses. Do I think I grew the truss that I keep seeing on packets and other places? No, but I'm happy with what I did grow. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, also some of the cucumbers have come up and some of the sunflowers have come up. So we're probably gonna put some of those in the bags that's down the middle row as well. Oh, this thing is amazing, y'all. I need to go get a bucket that has a top on it though. So I'm just kind of dropping them all in a spot together as I pull them out. Look at that. God darn amazing. And I don't have to bend over or pull with my hands. It pulls it, I release it, it falls out. Very, very nice. It don't take much to excite me, y'all, at all. Look at that. I wish it did something for that crawling grass that I got back here, but it's okay. Very nice. We're not gonna spend our whole time doing this. Kind of satisfying too. The way that the whole weed just comes up, it pulls it. As long as you get it around it, that's real cool. Yeah, look at that. Real satisfied when it come out the ground with the roots and all. Anyway, I guess we could go ahead and talk about Homestead, honestly. Yeah, look at all those the roots it brought up with it. That's nice. I'm gonna be out here just doing this to be doing it. It's satisfying. Okay, what did I say we was about to talk about? Oh, I said we might as well go ahead and talk about Homestead. So Homestead is the company that both of my hose reels are from. Absolutely love them. I have 2 of them. So I have the classic, which is this one right here, which is absolutely perfect for watering this side of the garden. This is like zone 2 and it's very simple to use. You just pull it out like this and it has, I wanna say this is 100 feet right here. You pull it out, it, you know, locks itself back when you are where you are and want to use it. And then you just pull it and it goes right back in, pulls itself back in. I absolutely love it. It was very easy for me to install. I'm not one of those people who do the permanent stuff, you know, like with cement and different things like that. So I just use rocks and I just use sand. I'll link one of the videos where I put them in. So I have a video where I put that one in, but I also put this one in the same exact way. And this is their newest one, the Evolve. And with my garden being so tight, like it's like very densely planted, everything is very close. I really love the fact that I have the hose reel because it makes it very simple for me to pull it out and to bring it back in. So the hose just doesn't have to be laying out. But this is the Evolve. They're both very sleek looking, but like same thing. It'll lock back in place. And then this one has a bit of a smoother pull back in. So I like that too. So it's very sleek looking. So it kind of matches the aesthetic of your garden. It doesn't look like, you know, a water hose, if I'm honest. I really like it. I like the fact that they have these to attach it so you don't have to screw every time. You can purchase these and attach it. So I have my sprinkler, I have my nozzle, and then I also have the nozzle that came with the hose link, and I'll show y'all that too. But then I I could just twist it just like this to put it back on, and it's not a whole bunch of screwing. I've had my classic hose reel for probably a year and a half. The Evolve I just got this year, but I really do like it. They have covers that goes with those too. I don't have one. I don't really feel like I need one. Fun news for me, I'm excited, is I am now a HoseLink partner. So if there is anything that you have seen that you're like, oh, I'm interested in knowing a little bit more about that, you could go down into my description and there will be a link to visit HoseLink's website. And if you decide to make a purchase, you will get $15 off a $75+ purchase. And if you decide to make a purchase, I appreciate you because it does support my homestead. And I want to thank HoseLink for sponsoring this video. So we have some piles here. I'm pretty excited. Before I turned the camera on, I was already out here playing around with it because, like I said, the small things excite me. I'm gonna go around and try to get all of these weeds from out here, but there's also weeds in the garden path in front of the blueberries, and I was saying to myself, like, you really need to get down there and get those. And then I got that from HoseLink. So we're also gonna come through here and get the larger weeds up. Oh, it looks so messy in here, y'all. But I have not had a chance to get in here and get this stuff up. I also plan to get some wood chips because my blueberries, this crawling grass, and y'all told me what it was, I just don't remember. It is taking over where my blueberries are. And when I originally put my blueberries in, I did put wood chips down. I actually went to my municipal dump and got wood chips. And then after a while, I started seeing people saying, don't use the wood chips from the dump. You don't know what's in them. But you know what? I'm probably gonna go to the dump and get wood chips because that's exactly what I used on them the first time. Like when I originally put them in, that's what I used, wood chips from the dump. So anyway, just putting that out there. What are we about to do? We're about to pull some sweet 100s and drop some sun peach tomatoes in there. Completely forgot about my coffee, y'all. So yeah, anywho, we're about to put these sun peaches in because I just think I want to. I'm also thinking that I'm overwatering, right? In the greenhouse. Some places I am 100% sure I'm overwatering in the greenhouse, but I also think some of this is blight. I think. I could be completely wrong. I am not one of those people who look up a lot of stuff, right? I know blight comes with like black spots, brown spots, that kind of stuff. Either way, the tomato plants in the front are looking bad. So it could be me overwatering. I honestly think it's more overwatering than blight, but I could be wrong. Anyway, these plants are about to go. This one right here is going. That one right there is going. And this one right here is going. We're gonna leave the one back here because it looks fine. And it's got a second leader that looks amazing. And none of the other plants look like this in here except for this. And I think it's a great white, y'all. That one don't look great. And see, I'm pretty sure that is blight. But yeah, see, pretty sure this is blight. So it looks like overwatering, but also could be blight. You just have to make the decision for yourself. You can do your own research. The decision that I am making is to pull it. One, because I ain't tasted a sweet 100 yet. A sweet one. I've tasted 100. Anyway, sorry y'all. So that's what we about to do real quick. And then we're gonna start planting out these cucumbers. These are cucumbers, these are sunflowers. I think I'm gonna let the sunflowers go a little bit longer, but the cucumbers, we're gonna go ahead and plant those where we can. Oh, also, we have one tiny tree collard right there that came up. These got rained on, so I'm hopeful because these are like tree collards and Long Island Brussels sprouts. They are smaller seeds. The cilantro is not. Hopefully they didn't get misplaced. And yeah, these are actually snapdragons, which are very small seeds. So they got rained on. We'll give it a few more days. And then if I'm not seeing anything, we'll probably replant. Yesterday, I remembered to come and put the humidity dome back on them so that they wouldn't get rained on like directly. But the day before that, the night before that, I did not. So it is what it is. Oh, Lord. We got to get this staked up. It's a Big Bertha, I think. I gotta get that staked up. When it rains, this does happen in the green stalks. And if it rains really hard, it does knock some of your taller plants over. So I need to get that staked up. But that is not a problem for right now. Probably is a problem for today, but not right now. Let's get these tomatoes over here. Let's pull the other ones. Now, I am gonna pull the cherry tomatoes that are green and I'm gonna let them ripen in the house. Again, I'm gonna make sauce with them. So it doesn't really matter to me because I'm going to flavor that sauce, but I am gonna keep those tomatoes. So it's kind of perfect timing because these are a nice size to go in. This is why succession sowing is great, or having extra plants is great, because when things like this happen, I still have a good amount of time to grow these sun peach tomatoes. So I am glad that I got them started. If you remember, I started a whole bunch of seeds. A bunch of them died because I didn't feel like taking care of seedlings. And honestly, like I said, I'm not taking care of these. I'm just leaving them in a spot where they're in the elements. And so they have done really well. And we're about to plant them today to replace these tomato plants. All right, let's get this going. So I should have brought some clippers. Let me go find those because I need to cut the string. I also went ahead and grabbed the other sun peach tomato. Now this one is not as big as the other ones, and there's actually two in here, but I'm not keeping that one. And I rarely do that, but I'm not keeping that one. Anywho, let's get these off of here. And I could not find the snips that made more sense, so we just gonna use these. And I should have grabbed, well, I have my thingy on. I'll just put it in here. So I'm gonna take all of the small ones off. And like I said, super sweet 100s. We're gonna let them ripen in the house because they will ripen in the house. And I'm just gonna put them in a sauce, which is fine. I think some of it is blight. I do think some of it is blight. Yeah, I just do. You can leave down in the comments if you believe that it is or it is not. But they'll be gone by the time you leave that comment. But you're still welcome to leave it. And I can now see if it actually is moist, like overly moist, because I'm gonna pull these out and we're gonna get kind of deep down in the soil and we'll be able to see. And I do the finger test too, but that's another reason I'm pulling them, because I'm like, this soil doesn't seem, it's not sopping wet. Also, it's 86 degrees in here, not 80 something degrees outside yet, but the sun is out. So that's why I wanted to get the greenhouse taken care of early this morning. All right, so we're gonna pull this out. Let's see. Yeah, see, doesn't seem overly moist to me. What is this? Oh, it's still attached. Hold on. It's not overly moist. I'm thinking it's probably blight, which is fine. And it wasn't the whole plant either. I think I'm over them too because I don't like the taste of them. I am gonna put these stakes back in too. I'm gonna try to move the straw out the way so that I don't put it back in the hole. It's okay. We're gonna do what we said we're gonna do, and then we're gonna move on and get us some sun peaches because I didn't plant any of those this year. It's just more yellow too. Could be underwatering if I'm honest. Because like I said before, I've said it in videos before, overwatering and underwatering, baby, they look the same sometimes. But underwatering these leaves, if I remember correctly, these leaves would start to turn brown and crisp up. So they all start yellow. They end up doing some kind of yellowing. But these leaves would start to brown and crisp up if it was underwatering. I think it's either overwatering or it's blight. That's just me talking through it on this camera with y'all, which I always do. Y'all know I always do it. Oh, nice worms. I'm seeing worms. What I'm not gonna do is let them stay here and probably die, because that's essentially what it's looking like is happening. But this one is staying. This one looks bad, so that one probably come out easy. Okay, it's fine. Wish I'll give it another try, another year. Not this year though, because I want my sun peaches and I have them, so why not? Peppers look amazing in here, y'all. It's moisture shiitos that's ready to be harvested too. And these things, these candy cane, they are very prolific. If you are thinking about growing them, and they're so pretty, like the leaves are very pretty. Now, I will tell you, some of them are coming out of this cage because I had to turn it over. So some of the branches are coming out of the cage. That was my fault because I didn't know or didn't think to put them in the cages. So I put them in the cages after they were pretty big. So I'm coming out the cages, but they look good. Okie dokie. Now, I'm on the fence about the great white back here, but if it's blight, I should pull it because it can spray it. And if y'all know, I'm new to growing in greenhouses, period. So this could be another learning curve for me. Growing tomatoes in the greenhouse. The peppers, I seem to have that down pat. It could be a learning curve for me too. All right, but I also know I can overwater with no problem. I will overwater a plant. We have two great whites, so I'm just gonna take this great white too. The tomatoes don't look good either, and I think I'm gonna show y'all this. We're gonna pull it. All right, let me show y'all this, because I think there's actual blight on the tomato. You see that? So I'm gonna take this whole plant out. And the tomatoes are tiny anyway. Great whites are supposed to be really big. I have another great white plant in here, so I'm not upset about this either. I'm not gonna keep these. Anywho, and I have tomatoes that can replace that too. So let me go see what's on the table. This was not what this video was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be about me kind of succession planting. But what I'm also being able to show you that in case something goes wrong, it's a good idea to have extra plants. Even though, y'all know me, I did not keep my plants up because I had a lot of plants actually started. But I still have enough. Nothing else in here looks like that. So that's another reason why I'm like, is it overwatering though? Because if I was overwatering, everything would look like that. And all the plants don't actually look like that. So, all right, let's go see what else is on the table. I think I'm gonna do a Supremo, but I'm going to take this one so I know that the other 3 are Supremos. But the other thing is, now I'll be planting this plant in between plants that are already growing. So it might not get the light that it needs, but if you remember, I cut off a lot of the leaves and the suckers, so it probably will be able to. So we're gonna put a Supremo in there. I'm trying to leave everything where it is in there because I didn't label all of the plants. So we'll put a Supremo back there and cut off any other leaves that look diseased in here, and then we'll just move on from there. These tomatoes back here, I know y'all probably can't really see me, but I had already said, like, the tomatoes towards the back, they are struggling back here. And they are the tomatoes that I really like. I really, really like them. They are my Cherokee purples, y'all. So, you know, I have some out in the garden, so that's a plus. But they're really struggling. I think the humidity is worse in the back. So let's get these planted out, and then we're gonna head out into the main garden to plant out the cucumbers. And I don't think we're doing sunflowers today. Oh, that one is broken. Oh, by the way, okay. All right, let's give the Sweet 100s another try. This one is really red, y'all. It's like super red. This should, to me, this should be a tasty tomato. So let's see. It's not sweet. It's not nasty, but it's not sweet. Not to me. Like, it just tastes like a red tomato. A tinge of sweetness, but not what I was expecting from a super sweet. Now, I will say that tastes better than what I have been tasting. So we'll keep that plant, like I said, and we'll just keep trying to figure out what's going on with the super sweets. All right, we are going to drop a little bit of fertilizer in here. The soil is not overly moist. You can see that it's moist. You know, it's not super dry. It's not like the brownish color soil or anything. It's dark colored and it has moisture in it. So I'm really not sure, but it's okay. Not a big deal. It, like I said, it could just be blight, and that's just what it is. And I've seen people use like peroxide on blight, other, you know, things for disease. I really don't do that. I start to just pull stuff when that happens. So I just mixed in some granulated fertilizer. I'm gonna just drop these sun peaches down here. I'm gonna put this shortest one in up here for sure so they can get some sun. It's really moist from all the rain we've had. But we're gonna go ahead and replace these tomato plants with the sun peach. I'm gonna put the stake back in here too, so it'll already be here when they start to grow and I need to attach them. And these were no dig beds, so I just threw some cardboard down, put some compost over it, my homemade compost over it when I cleared my compost out. And that's how these beds were made. And I'm just gonna put my sun peach tag in the middle right here. I would be excited. Sun peaches are delicious tomatoes. I'm trying to remember where I got those seeds from. If I can go and find the packet, I will put it on the screen. I can't remember, but they're really good tomatoes. All right, love that for me. And I won't be planting the greenhouse out until like later in the season. So I will be planting the greenhouse out after I plant the main garden for fall, just because it'll stay a little bit warmer in here and they'll be protected from frost. So these will have time to kind of grow. Oh, monies, monies. All right, this is where the next one's gonna go. Right here is basically just taking the space of what we had. I have slowed down on watering, so I think I'm learning. I think I'm learning that. Sun peaches loading. I love sun peaches. Just not as good as a sun gold, but they are tasty. And I didn't grow sun golds this year because I was trying not to buy seeds. I'm out of my no-buy now. I got my whole summer garden planted without buying seeds. So I'm pretty proud of myself, and I'm out of my no-buy now. Got that one in. So all sun peaches, we'll watch those. And then we got a Supremo down here we need to put in real quick. So it's right here. I hope y'all can see this tomato leaf. These are, look at the Brad's Atomic Grape. That's why I said, I don't know if it's overwatering. The Brad's Atomic Grape is looking good now. I don't know if it's overwatering. It could just be blight. But anyway, and I don't water overhead in here because I just think it's already too humid to do that. I definitely do not water overhead in here. Now down here, it's giving not enough water. Girl. Yeah, I'm gonna have to water this. But this root ball is very moist already, so I might not water today. But yeah, it's given we need water back here. All right, and I did have a Supremo tag. We're gonna put the stakes back in. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab any of them that's blushing in here too. But also, in case you were wondering, is it too late for you to plant? It is not. In most places, it is not too late for you to plant. Actually, I don't need to really pull the blushing ones because I don't think we're having a problem in here as it relates to birds or anything. So I'm probably gonna leave them. We got us some more Super Sweet 100s and an apron full of them too. So I'm gonna go put these in the house. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back out here now and we about to plant some cucumbers. Probably just the cucumbers. So my whole plan with the middle aisle, oh look, well ain't that beautiful? It's a patio tomato. Look how nice and red that is. No bird issues or anything on it just yet. You know, I probably should take that. While I'm saying just yet, it's pretty red already. That's beautiful. It's a patio tomato. The tomatoes are coming in like 1 or 2, 3 a day, the larger ones, but they'll start to ripen up together and we'll get a nice amount of them. But for now, I'm letting them finish ripening inside and then I'm putting them in the freezer so that when I get the rest of them, we can go ahead and make sauce. If I'm gonna make salsa, then I'm not going to freeze them because they're going to turn basically mushy when I go to unfreeze them. So anywho, what I was saying is what I want to do is have things growing here, but things that grow low and bushy, not big and bushy. Kind of like the potatoes, they were kind of big and bushy and I couldn't use this space. But if I plant them towards the back of the bag, not like right in the middle, then they will grow, still have the soil to use, and they won't be like right in my walkway and I'll be able to walk in them. So my plan is every other bag will be cucumbers and then the other bags will be sunflowers. So it'll be cucumbers, sunflowers. And these are a miniature variety of cucumbers, so they shouldn't get super big. If they do start to vine, I will put them on a bamboo stake. But we already have some of these cucumbers in the green stalk. So let me show you what they're doing in the green stalk. So I say if they start to vine, they definitely will vine. So like this is a part of that cucumber plant and I'm just letting it go. This is another part of the cucumber plant over here. And it's just basically attaching to other plants into some of the, see, that's some of it down here. So I'll just put it on. Look at this guy. Come on. I don't know what that is. I really can't tell. And I don't know all of them anyway. That one is interesting looking. Can y'all see him? If you know what it is, let me know. Anyway, so they will vine. So I'm probably going to put them on. You know, I also have some tomato cages left. So I could put the tomato cages in there. But you see, we have flowers on here. So I think we're going to start getting cucumbers soon. That would be exciting. Out of the green stalk. And this is another one over here. It's not as long as the other one yet. But oh, look at that. Cucumber right there. I didn't even see that. I see a lot of stuff on camera with y'all just because most of the time I'm focusing on specific things. Like today I'm focusing on replacing tomatoes. I'm focused on getting the bags replanted, things like that. So I'll see it if I'm out here looking for it, but I don't always see it. Look at the birds, y'all. Look at that strawberry. That's from the birds eating it. A mess, a whole entire mess. But let's get out here because the sun is coming out and I want to get this stuff done and go in the house before the sun comes out. Then I'll come back out later on this evening. And so if you remember, these bags have already been amended, so I don't need to do any amending. I just need to plant these out. All right, and the potatoes were not ready to be harvested yet. So remember I said when I started planting these out, I was hoping the tomatoes would be ready. They're not ready, so it's okay. Did I say tomatoes or potatoes? I meant potatoes. Just gonna start pulling these out. Space Master 80 is what these are. I just wanted them to sprout in here or germinate in here. Wasn't expecting for a lot of growth, just wanted them to germinate, and now I'm gonna pop them down into the bags. And this soil is pretty moist, so that's a plus. I do have a nice amount of mulch on it. So this bag will be a cucumber, and I will put something in there to trellis it. And then this next bag will also be cucumber. So every other bag, this one will be a sunflower. And I'm sure someone probably wants to know, like, what are you gonna do with all of these cucumbers? One thing that I really like to do is I make cucumber, tomato, and feta salad throughout the summer. But then I also this year plan to freeze dry some of them because I also like to put cucumber in my water. And so it doesn't have to like keep the actual same consistency. In my mind, I could just pull a few of them out of a Mylar bag or out of a jar and put it into my water with like lemon or something like that. And so that's what I'm planning to do with these as well. I also plan on making some refrigerator pickles. I don't really do canning. I have tried it, but I'm probably going to do some refrigerator pickles. I just found that when I actually canned them, they were kind of mushy. And somebody had asked me when I said that before, did I do pressure canning or did I do water bath canning? I think I did both because I was trying to learn pressure canning, and either way, they came out mushy for me. And somebody was telling me things I could put in it and stuff too. So I don't think I'm planning to learn any more of the canning this year or trying canning this year. Maybe in future years. I don't think I'm going to try it this year. And I think that's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and then anything that's like excess, because like if I were to get a bumper crop, there's no way that I would try to keep them all. I would absolutely look into donating them. And that's with any of the crops in the garden this year. If I have a bumper crop, and I think it's more than what we're going to use, you know, this season or in the next year or two, then I'm just gonna donate it, because what I don't wanna do is just have food, and I've said that before, just have food on shelves to make, you know, for it to look pretty. I want us to be using it, or I want someone else to be able to use it. And so that's my plan. All right, this whole section is planted. This is not the best time for me to be planting these seedlings, but this soil is very moist. The soil in the bags is very moist because of all of the rain we had. The soil that's in the plugs is very moist because of all of the rain we had. So I think that they will be fine. But the better time to plant your seedlings out is like late evening. So once the sun goes down, so overnight, the plant is getting acclimated and there is no sun and it's not getting stressed. I think these plants will be fine, but I like to tell you what the rules are in case you're new to gardening. I am not new. You know, I've been gardening at this point for 6 years. So some things I know I can do and I can get away with it. This is one of the things that I can do and get away with. All right, so we got 4 bags down here that we can, well, it's only gonna be 2 because I think, oh, we only have 3 bags because remember I forgot to plant those with potatoes, so I just ended up, oh, you can't see what I'm pointing at. This right here. So I put a pepper in it. So we only have 3 and we're gonna put cucumber here. Like I said, pushing it to the back, cucumber here. And we still have some, whoa, that haven't come up. That's a mess. Unfortunate. Cucumbers do not care to have their roots disturbed. I definitely just disturbed those roots. It's also why I just, like, these are not their true leaves that have popped up. These are their seed leaves, but I still transplant without true leaves, especially for things that don't like their roots disturbed. And it has worked out just fine for me. And it works out really well as long as you have moist soil. I found that it works just fine. So that's it right there. Sunflowers, we still got them coming up, so we're gonna leave them. The corn is starting to look really good too. If you can see that, we got corn. Corn is going into the black bags, and we're putting 4 into each bag, hoping for the best. And I'm thinking for the corn bags, just because they are very, very heavy feeders, that I'm gonna drop some meal grinds into the bag today so that it can start breaking down, because they're very heavy feeders. And meal grinds are kind of like having compost. So I'm about to do that real quick. I'm gonna pull that straw back, drop it in so it can start breaking down, so that when I'm ready to put these in, they'll have the nutrients that they need. So I'm gonna do that, and then we going in the house. But see, this is how gardening works. You think about the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and then you notice you outside in the heat of the sun, and we're not doing that today. Although it's not really hot out here today. I think we're in the high 80s. That's what the temps are supposed to be today, the high 80s, but the sun is out and the sun is beaming. So like I always do, I just push it over to the next bag and then I'll put it back. It works out. You also start to get soil mixed in, but it's okay. Oh, I need my hori. But anyway, in case you're interested to know what meal grinds are, this is what they are, and they come from a food recycler that I have in the house. And I'm just gonna put a nice amount in here, and I'm gonna mix it in with my hori, which I gotta go get. All right, so I'm gonna mix it in. And if you remember, I did amend these bags with some rabbit manure, I think. Well, it was a mix. I had mixed up the soil to put it into the green stalks. I just feel like because corn is such a heavy feeder, that extra won't hurt. And so that's what I'm doing, just mixing it in. Probably should have dug a hole and then mixed it in from there, but you know, it is what it is. I am still working on the quail enclosure, the aviary, but I think that we should be done with that by the weekend. So next week, I'll be showing y'all the quail outside in the new aviary. I'm excited. So this is what they call feeding the soil. So there's no plants in these bags yet. There will be in probably a week, I'm guessing. I'll let them go a week and get a little bit bigger. Yes, I should probably wait longer than a week, but I don't have that time with them being in the trays, and I'm not potting up 48, because I think I did 48 to account for anything that did not germinate. I'm not potting up 48 corn plants, and corn don't like their roots disturbed either, so I mean, I definitely can, because I'm definitely transplanting in the bag, which is just like potting up, but I'm not doing it because I don't want to. Anyway, I'm probably going to finish this later on this evening. I'm sweating and it's hot and I don't want to. Y'all already knew what I was gonna say, but I'm gonna get this done this evening. But I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.